Good morning, how we doing? We're here, metaphor ReFantazio. Now we're at the Elden Woods, I believe they're called. We're just gonna get right into it. Can you walk, Slater?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the right here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
Have we mulled over what happened last time? Have y'all thought about this? Because I have, but not enough. So I'm still confused as to... I'm gonna say something crazy. I think Luis is telling a truth. Like, I do believe that Elden people are tied to humans more closely than everybody else, maybe? I'm gonna just let this play out, though. It is behind us now. Don't you worry about me.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. I will never turn from you. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Is there something about woods that misdirects the impure of heart? Either in Japanese mythology or Shintoism or just in any culture, because this is such a repeated thing, like a motif I see in games, specifically this game Zelda, I think, in my mind, which are both Japanese developed, which is why I asked about Japan and Shintoism. Because it's giving Lost Woods.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight Mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
If you see one of my eyes puffing up, I don't think you will. Don't worry. That's why I'm home from work on this Thursday morning, is because my eye was so puffed up it's having issues, and it was like couldn't see and it was blurry, and I got it down, and also I need to call my internet company. It's a whole thing. I've got a whole day ahead of me here. But hey, I'm starting with this. Worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality. I bet he's not the only one, but he's the one we believe in. Ancient Elden Sanctum. I said Elden Woods. Y'all forgive. Ooh, look at that beautiful, beautiful ship. Nurse, you've outdone yourself.
Hang on a second.
Wait, where are you going? We have to check on the prince. Okay, well, I'm stuck in the grass. How do I get out of the grass? Get me out of these. Okay. How y'all doing, though? It's 6:27 in the morning, specifically. When I mentioned morning, you're like, I'm going to need specific. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to need specifics. 6:27 is the specific. The light effect on those is pretty.
This looks like...
Are you alright?
My head's swimming. What is this
The
place?
royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Does she not remember that that's where we met?
So
Zorba.
at last.
Shaded person. Bitch, The game acting like I'm not gonna recognize that beautiful trans femme body anyway. Sorry, but like, they weren't wearing a shirt. Zorba, like a cape, no shirt. It's either me or it's Zorba, and I know I'm not in this game. So, well, you know what? I say that, but that scroll in Academia has my name on it. So I'm afraid they may put me in this game. Now I would like to be here. Let me go into the World of Flowers. Okay. Do. What do y'all know about FAB, 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 ED, BC, BG, ED, EGE? Those are the notes for the song in the Lost Woods, like the melody in Zelda. Ocarina. I hate when people say Ocarina. Some people say Ocarina. I don't know if that's correct. It might be. I say Ocarina of Time.
Ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way.
Why are we trying to silence potential truths just because they make us uncomfortable? Hmm? And what if I am? We can still love me. We can still love me if I'm big old human baby boy.
Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
Ooh.
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I assume Zorba and Co already found the prince. But what if they haven't and we're leading him to the prince? Because this place is built to misdirect. Now y'all quit reading things without me. I need to get to the cave. This magma I'm sensing. I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. I see fairies about. Hey guys. Not seen many of y'all. Oh, they run from me. That's fair. A fairy. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's just leave them be and move on. That's fair. We mustn't disrupt any more than, you know, necessary for our goal that we believe to be a great goal for the good of all. Otherwise, we wouldn't prioritize it above the comfort of others, hopefully. Ooh, blood on the ground. Blood on the blades, not the leaves. Is that a... Ujif. It's a fairly old Ujif man. Seems he's working to lay a body to rest. The Ujif have such a respect for the dead. There's something very emotional about like an old man expending himself to bury the body of somebody else, a younger. And not just a younger person that died, a younger person that died too, but like an attack, like to a, what's the word I'm looking for? Extreme circumstance, like he didn't die to like, what kills people? I've got to move on. You know what I mean.
Russell?
Dying in a car crash and dying from a sickness are two different things. Russell. Is he the Ujiv that was standing beside the prince? We previously saw the prince lying in his little spot, and I believe there to be a Ujiv beside him.
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
I like him. I like his eyebrows.
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Stop.
So where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't
Take
know
a
who
guess.
the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
I'm upset for like a lot of reasons, obviously. I am so mad. There are a few things in this game that I counted on because I know better than to count on anything in this godforsaken country, United Nation of Uchronia. A nightmare. I foolishly held hope and belief. Further than hope, I believed I would at least see the prince in this game. I didn't know if he was going to make it to the end. Would never count on such a thing, but I thought I would see him like in motion in life for a moment. Oh, Zorba, transfem terrorist.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell.
Where's his
Where's
body
the
at least?
prince?
Yeah.
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
Do you think we can do some like magic power friendship thing where if I like cry on him, like Ash on the Pikachu or Pikachu on the Ash, I don't remember how Pokemon worked, and then bring him back to life? Like, it seems a bit too hopeful, and it would really undermine the severity of death in this game if I just cried on my best friend and he came back to life. But also, like, I don't need a severe story, I need my best friend alive. You know what I'm talking about? So, depends if we're trying to make a good game, or if we're trying to make friendship real. We'll see what Atlas's goal was here. I must
go to him.
I have to see him one last time, that's my everything.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
I'm in
Something
Elton.
wrong?
No.
In Elda.
It's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to the Prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body. Yeah. lay this body to rest. I'm an able-bodied young man.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Hulkenberg is never going to get that redemption that I thought she was going to get for having failed. She believed she had failed him, and that him being still alive was her one chance to make up for, if not erase, that failure. And now she's almost facing that failure a second time. Those are pretty. These are pretty as well. At the very least, it's like a great place to be laid to rest. The ancient Elden Sanctum. I almost wanted to come in here today calling it the Ancient Elden Scrotum when I saw the name of it. Just doesn't seem thematically, tonally appropriate today, so we will not be calling it that. It is the Sanctum, and it is the place where my best friend slash potentially brother slash prince rests. I need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. The prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves. I am currently the savior archetype. Daddy can heal. But
It's nearly time.
wait a minute. This voice. It's the woman that announces archetypes and other important progresses. Who is that? There's a child down here.
Long have I waited.
Hey, bud. I like your shorts. Please, God, let one of these people be his, like, a parent of his. I hope he's not, like, an orphaned child. And if he is, you know, he does have the company of adults and he will be okay, but I can't even talk to him, which sucks. I want to talk to the kids. I want to talk to the sturdy man. I want to talk to the old woman. I want to talk... Oh, I can talk to the frightened Elden younger woman. Elda! These are my people! Wait a minute, I wasn't recognizing them as Elda. I'm so sorry. That's exciting. What if they were like, you dirty Elda? Like, what if even the Eldens hated me? Hold on, did you really come here from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda? Oh, my people got little... She got a little crown type thing. Are you an Elda? Yeah.
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you Elda? I had heard that the prince was the only Elda within the resistance. There are some mysteries to my existence. Also, when and where was I born and who are my parents? I'm gonna start needing answers. You took my best friend. I need answers.
You must hurry.
Must I hurry?
Time has come.
Or can I talk to sturdy man? An Elden guard. These resistance members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old Ujif to handle all on his own. The Eldens stay dressed. I do like our patterns. We all got nice little pattern. Ooh. No offense to you, but... Jump scare. You know what? I'm gonna say something. To be that old and maintaining the bangs, period. I love adult bangs. Elderly bangs all the more. Geriatric bangs, let's go.
What?
Right past this door airs the living quarters. Lady Gradai. Grenade. Made it strictly clear that it's not to be opened under any circumstance. You heard me. Hurry along now. Okay. Who's Lady Grenade?
All was for this day. There is still time.
Oi, there's still time. Wait a minute. The fairies are talking, though. Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you'd gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others, they're fine. It's just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from that flower patch in the forest.
Sure.
What? Maybe later, okay? I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't the time to... You've changed, Gallica. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Oh, are the fairies, like, removed from the rest of us in society? Huh? Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. Every flight of stairs that I take leads me to just more questions. What's up with fairies? Look at this shirt this man is wearing. I don't be wearing blue. I don't know if y'all have ever watched my videos. I'm always wearing tan. And if I'm not wearing tan, I'm wearing red. I have one green hoodie I wear sometimes, and that's green. My green hoodie's green. Jot that down. Put that in your notes. I would wear blue for this. I would try to get in another color, but I really like this. And you know what? I might even go for the hat. Cover up my bald little head. That on my head, though, might look interesting. Hello, sir. Priestly man, you look very nice. I know there's more important things right now than, like, looking nice, but that's what I have to offer is that compliment. The prayer room is located further in. At this moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Seems like everywhere I go, I'm a disturbance. Even amongst my own race. They're all like, you don't belong here. Who are you? The prince is just ahead. Are you ready, Slater? As ready as a young man can be to see a body, much less that of a childhood friend. And that's what I call a room. They don't make rooms like this anymore. Back in my day, we had lots of rooms like this. Back in 1994, these were everywhere. I'm telling you right now. If you're born in 2000, all you know how to do is... The other day, Gareth wasn't doing what I wanted him to do, which what I wanted him to do, I don't even remember. It's like so unimportant. And I was like, oh, you Gen Z kids, all you know is, because these are the things he'd done that day. All you know how to do is build furniture, wash your cup, and take out the trash. And I was like, oh, these aren't actually bad things. That's what he did that day. Can I talk to everybody? Y'all gonna yell at me like, get to the story. Ooh, that man is selling things at a time like this. He has a bag over his head. We can sell things later. We're gonna chat around. I'm so sorry. The people who brought the prince to this village called themselves simply the Resistance. They feared a name would spread word of their existence. Their numbers have gradually dwindled, and after today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. We got me and Hulkenberg and some other Resistance members. Hardly Resistance now. We stay dressed. In my previous video, I said this is for my people. This is for my people, and my people stay dressed. Funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to well, not ready to party. Funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to mourn. Okay? Oh, Russell. I'll speak with you last. The truth is, during the attack, I crossed paths with the assailant. He walked right past me on the stairs outside. At the time, the only thing that struck me was his unusual garb. Otherwise, he walked by so casually it seemed nothing was amiss. It was only... I would assume that the Elden Sanctum is such like a insular place that like you would know everybody, wouldn't you? I don't know. It was only afterwards that I found out that he had just massacred all those people. I tremble even now just to think about it. I'm sorry for singing Funky Fresh Dressed to Impress, ready to party in the ancient Elden Sanctum prayer room during the death of many. Oh, Manservant. First of all, hot title. Second of all, where can I get one of these? Stop zooming in on me and zoom in on him, please, God. Oh, interesting. Almost bridal. Okay, Manservant, what's good?
Hello.
Beyond this door is the place the organization has been using as a hideout. Or should I say it was beyond this door, other than the elderly Russell, the rest of them are. Perhaps we brought this on ourselves, but still, it's all so dreadful. Look at this little woman. Look at this young lady. Those stained glass wings, beautiful as ever. These fairies, bubbly fair. She's bubbly.
Wow.
Gallica, is that you? Wow, long time no see. Oh wow, Gallica. She's got friends. The funniest stuff happened while you were gone. Your friend totally fell into a pond. It was hilarious. And then get this. Are you busy or something? You look tired. We should talk more later though, okay? Oh right, your friend is further in. I think you're late. I think you're late. What a way to put it. Yeah, the fairies seem detached from the things that befall the rest of us. Like they're aware of it, but it just doesn't seem to affect them the way it affects us. Because they don't seem like they view themselves as a part of our society. Onlooker girl. You're all from the outside, aren't you? Hey, mind telling me what's going on right now? Shit, no. Nobody will tell me anything. They'll just say, don't leave the house. I know the fires were scary, but it's all too much to be holed up like this. I, for one, have no intention of spending my life running between caves and forests. She yearns for freedom, and she is going to find it. A woman like that will get what she wants, and good on her. There are a lot of people to talk to.
Oh, it's you.
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. I'ma need in there pronto. I have so many questions. I need truths and stories. True stories. Kindly refrain from making any loud noises, lest you startle the fairies. Alright. What do we got? The selling man. This man. That man, and then we'll talk to... There's a fairy that wants to talk to.
Come off it.
I've heard the Elder are considered a sullied tribe to the outside world. Perhaps that's reflected in the current state of affairs. That child is royalty, yet his life has been defined by tragedy beyond anything that I have experienced. To think that there are those who would see such a child as no more than a prey to be slain. To look upon a mere boy as he and revile him, their souls are truly cursed. I don't know about their souls are cursed, but they carry the weight of mortal crimes, but really terrible ones nonetheless. Actually, I think maybe killing is beyond a mortal crime. Maybe it sticks with the spirit past the singular life. Wow, this man-child woke up after such a long nap and then went right back to sleep. You've got it wrong. He's not sleeping. Why do you look so sad? In fact, why is everyone so sad? Just play for a little bit and you'll cheer right up. When this person wakes up, we should play together. I'm gonna cry. Tactless fairy, you're gonna make me cry. Your simple, naive way of viewing everything, everything is kind of sweet in a way that makes me want to cry. Oh! I didn't realize his body was right there.
This way.
Oh my god. I haven't talked to everybody, but here we are. He's got beautiful olive skin as well.
No. Your Highness. Why? I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruaday.
Mm.
It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruaday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's
So
son.
is the king despicable?
What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
I would like to know more
You
about her as well.
nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe.
You would have thought that the king of Uchronia getting with the queen of here would have meant something for the people of here. Like, you would have thought that that would have been some unification, some liberation, but maybe we don't want unified and liberated. Because in a sense, unified and liberated sometimes, often, means colonized. So maybe... So she was not just some loose elden woman, though. She was a queen, a chiefess.
She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to
Is it a
stop
could do nothing or a
See,
would do nothing situation?
This boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
I hear that voice coming from somewhere.
Are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
This wasn't my plan. It just kind of played out that way.
It was all a mistake.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
lies dead before me.
He lies dead before me.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
She tells me to kill myself. That's not true. I have many reasons to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
The will lives on. The ideals that we fought for. He was what we believed. He was the icon we believed to be able to enact the ideals that we believed, and he believed, to our knowledge, would be best for the people. With him gone, that is a speed bump. That is, we have lost the figure that represents that, but the representation still exists.
His will.
Does that make sense? I'm not good at
So
words.
thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth.
Please, God, give me some
He was
truth.
consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive, so from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I had a feeling. But I have memories of knowing him. They're gonna have to explain those to me. I'm a friend of the prince.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think, to name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I do not remember.
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation.
Who are you?
'Twas Gallica alone who the resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince.
But why was I assigned to save a prince if I am the prince?
Company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
Okay, so she's explaining my memories a little bit.
I have nothing.
I have no one, adore you, and want you so.
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Other self.
My other self?
The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me and believed in me? And the same goes for my desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an
What's wrong with being
ordeal beyond any
idealistic?
you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
If I get it wrong, does it like game over, like fantasy is dead? Boy. I am the prince. Which I was kind of barking up this tree. I was thinking, are we twins somehow? So, in a sense, yeah. 2 of 1.
I am the prince.
Who is this woman?
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Is it our mother?
What's going on?
Our
What
dead
are we
mother?
just now?
I say our as if we're not the same person.
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
He manifested me. I saw one of the vines on him.
In
Even as
his
a kid, I
stead
just saw it
thou
on him.
travel the world. Thou did support his heart and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
I'm his fantasy.
It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
It's our mother. My mother.
The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Ooh. Ooh. That got me a fresh look for the end of the game. Okay. Do I get to keep it? I miss my two-toned eyes. I'm sorry. Those were cool. Look at me with my white hair.
What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled.
This woman that I believe to be our mother, my mother, how does she have this omnipotent ability to like craft beings and implant memories and...
As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What about the country?
Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey. How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
You know what? I said, oh, I thought I was going to see the prince in flesh in this game. Seems to be not. Seems to be maybe yes. Yacht. Yeet. Ya yeet. Seems like ya yeet to me. It's giving ya yeet. It's the ya yeet for stop. Okay. I feel fine. I feel lighter because my hair is lighter.
I feel a bit lighter.
Oh!
No doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness with
I lost my American accent. Bring it back now. Do not give me this posh ooh, I swear to God. Make me American now. I don't care if you have to make my hair dark again. I am from Missouri.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
But I did exist. I interacted with the physical world and with all of you and like... Do you know what I mean? Like I did exist. It's just... I was the manifested embodiment of the prince's desires for a life more realized than he had the opportunity to do so in his singularly embodied form. That's my understanding of it.
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material Magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of Magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure Magla.
I was just a projection of Magla in the shape of a boy. A fountain of blood in the shape of a girl even. What do y'all know about Bachelorette? Okay.
The self as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
Oh, what a redemption for her. We were thinking she's never gonna get that redemption. The game's not ending here, is it? There's no big fight, no nothing. This is not gonna end here.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
I didn't come on here prepared.
I am sure the strength of your
For an
devotion
ending.
had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please,
Get up.
please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most.
You were literally beside, like, on my side this whole game. I could not have done it without you. A failure you are not. To anything, much less just to me.
And more, despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
We need to stop. We need to, what's the word? We need to decenter royalty. It seems like we are centering purpose, joy, all these things that can come from multiple places. We're centering it on royalty, my dear Hulkenberg, as if that's the only place they can come from. No, you need to decenter me, and this is about you. I pronounce your sentence. No, you've always been... That's a fun joke. I would say it if it was maybe a less serious moment, but you've always been an ally in my life.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
Get rid of the accent. I'm so mad about that.
We'd certainly never have made it this far.
Like, getting rid of the multicolored eyes and giving me two fucking ice blue fucking Caucasian eyes, that's whatever, you know? Like, not a big deal. I would have loved two orange eyes. That would have really made my day. Make him American.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Or even if you just gave me like one of those, like, because you can have like a something from the UK area. Just give me like a dirtier UK. Give me like a Scotland. And you know what? You can even give me an Essex or something. Don't, whatever this is, get it out of here.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call
Essex
you?
is just New Jersey.
How would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Nothing has changed between us.
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness. With all respect, I must object.
I swear to God,
This is
Hulkenberg.
no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
God, I love Norris.
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
Also, he was using it for me. He was piloting it for me, and I am what? The prince, apparently, as of now and here and today. So he was using it exactly as it was meant to be used.
So much for acting same as always.
I love this like truth and resolution and like learning things. I hate to be royalty. I like being dirty.
Belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real.
And you know what? Also, as a prince, and through me, he was able to go about and help the people on a really zoomed in, warm individual basis, like with the bard and with all the people I've met individually, like the royal followers, whatever they're called, the loves of my life. I think we've done great. We've done a great job here. The game better not be ending, but we have done a great job here.
He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
The way I did not catch on to the igniter thing.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A guiding voice?
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right?
I just happened.
You then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it,
We all know her.
that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to?
Me mama.
Any idea?
I sort of do.
I
have an
a
idea, at
faint
least.
idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this
Wait!
place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and put your listening ears on and listen to this.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
That's giving American. Let us be mindful of when my line delivery is American versus nasty. Maybe it means something. Maybe maybe it doesn't.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder?
Asking the real questions. The big fucking vague questions of what is the truth of the Elder? Because I've been asking that this whole game and I just thought you can't ask that. That's a very big, open-ended, vague question. But she said, actually.
We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us. What is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
I'm so glad we get to go into the room. I want to go in the room so bad. Okay. Ooh, more people want to talk. We cannot go around again. I'm going to talk to like 3 people, okay? Hey, Russell? How could this be? His High... Oh my god, get back here. That read way too quick. How could this be? His Highness, resurrected. 'Tis a most joyous turn of events, of course, but I dare say my heart needs a reprieve from all these sharp twists of fate. To think he'd been alive and well, residing in a body composed from magma particles. He furthered his goal by storing his mind within another vessel. 'Tis reminiscent of his Majesty's royal magic. Are you really selling things over here right now? Village merchant.
Now what am I to do?
I mean, am I about to get in a fight? Why are you selling things? Wait a minute. Now I'm scared. Let's go ahead and just have more of these because we got the money for it and we are late game. I already have 10 of those. Oh, we got swords up in this piece. Now, can I really be bothered doing all this right now? Go ahead and buy this for her. Well, wait a minute. What if there's better ones? It's the only sword here, it seems. Maybe? I don't know. Here you go, Yufa.
What do you think?
Here you go. Now that one's what? Fire. Buy one of each. Ooh, it's not the greatest. This is not that great. Okay. Oof. Man, I wish the comet things were cool because I bet that they look really cool. I want to see them. We haven't bought a crossbow in forever.
That's fine.
You never know. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna buy it in case we ever need one. Comet Abacus. I haven't bought an Abacus in a year and a half. Now, why is everything at the Elden Sanctum made out of comet? I'm just buying items in case we have any use for them in the future. Comet plate. Are you guys bored watching me do this? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give that to... Man, evasion adds 0. Give it to him.
Ooh.
Couldn't give myself this.
Yeah.
Though my other one gave me evasion to dark, which was useful because I think that was my weakness. Resplendent vestments. Resplendent. Okay. Now, I might give that to me, actually. Magic plus 7? Actually, I don't need 2. Well, I bought 2. Juna doesn't need one because I'm not keeping her on the team for like... Okay, well, I got money. It is what it is. I don't really understand endurance. Is that just like your like defense stat? Go ahead and give those to my guy here.
Ah, I get it.
That's fine.
Not all of these are going to get used, really. Magic plus 5, go ahead and give that to me. Oh, but this one increases my attack. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. You go ahead. Give him to her.
Ooh.
The gag about this is I change archetypes so much. What I assign right now does not matter because they are all going to change them out when they change archetypes. We bought some things. We'll listen to you as well. Stalking rarities from outside the village is my job. Isolation or not, we're far from self-sufficient without the outside world. We do have some understanding of the goings on out there. Old Russell listens very intently on whatever I report. Cool. And with that, I think that's enough chittity-chattity around here. I need to go know truths.
Oh, it's you!
And one more chittity-chattity. Beyond here lies the altar of secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Lady Gruiday awaits you inside. And also, please kindly refrain from making any loud noises, lest you startle the fairies. Yeah, what is our tie to the fairies? God, it's pretty in here. Now, I do have to make a call in 30 minutes, so, like, hopefully we can find a good pause during all of the, story that awaits us. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's pretty up in here too. Exposition. All the exposition that awaits us, so that I can make that call in 30 minutes.
Huh?
Oh, it's you, Gallica. Yep, long time no see. I'm so happy you're safe. A long time? Has it really been so long? Oh, I suppose you're right.
Wow.
Wow, I guess you didn't miss me much. It's been several months, you know. Several months? Oh my, Gallica's keeping track of time now, is she?
What?
Huh? What do you mean? A day, a month, a year, that's people talk. What does time matter to a fairy? You're almost like them. But I guess that's kind of cool. Oh, she likes it. Okay, she said cool. Because other people were like talking down to her for being like a person. Yo, before we talk to woman over here, Lady Gruiday. Let me not call her woman, that's Lady Gruiday. Oh, we can't yell. This is the altar's secret history and we mustn't be loud. Wouldn't want to scare the fairies. Scary the fairy. You know what's interesting? I guess we just have one of every race. I was gonna say all the people in my team, all their races are reflected in this. Like I see a Nydia on the far right. I see an Ishki in the middle. I see Mustari on the left. And then here we have, what do we call what Barden and Hulkenberg are? What is that called? It's not a Roag. I don't know. But we've got a Parapus, we've got a Ujif. Do you think that woman on the far right with the cunty little bob is a younger version of Lady Gruiday? Oh, wow.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world
Wait, all of us?
united. But wait,
The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division.
Damn near everything.
Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Sorry to harp on this. I can't imagine the game ends here. But also, I can't imagine carrying on with any sort of purpose after this. Like, what? Am I supposed to go do side quests now? For what purpose? Seems like there's such a resolution here, though. Luis still reigns, and that doesn't seem good. Also, the different tribes we now know of were born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape as a result. Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety. We've really been harping on anxiety this game, so that makes sense. Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them. Which maybe is why the human beasts have been a representation of the fears and anxieties as the tribes as we know them throughout this game, yeah?
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Did that world mirror the utopia of the book? Did the utopia in the book tear itself apart?
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken...
Is this?
Effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince. That is to say, I am the scion of both the old world and the new. I'm like a middle ground between the conduit of the two worlds.
It beggars belief. Tis nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic.
Humans are remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. I'm gonna avoid drawing really direct parallels between this and like our current world because like I think it being loose is on purpose, and also I could just be far off if it weren't. Magla's kind of making me think like nuclear power, like nuclear bombs, and but that's it. That's all. That's enough on that. Moving forward, we're gonna keep our head in the game world.
Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic.
So few faiths, if any, dare I fucking say, dare I be so bold. So few, if any, are born not of good intention. And I know, you know I hate the Sanctists, but there is such a nuanced thing that's being touched here. Touched on here? Touched sounds weird. And it further shows just how distortion reaches everything, even the best of intentions, doesn't it?
At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this,
that's the beginning of the end.
History was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
Another nuanced conversation we won't get into. Walking as individuals, but with a mutual respect and cooperation. I think that the respecting the individuality of different peoples is so valuable and important, and often mislooked in this like beautifully intentioned attempt at unity and a oneness of the people. Love to see it.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
How have I been so unspoiled on this game? I have never seen, now that I think about it, this white-haired version of myself. I've never seen a thumbnail, a narrative, nothing about this young man right here in front of me. This game's been out since October, and ain't nobody ruined a damn thing for me. To be fair, on YouTube, I don't get recommended people that play games. I don't watch people play games. I'm the only one in my life. I do see news articles sometimes about like Metaphor ReFantazio, but they use general key art. I have come in unsullied. Put me down.
Yet, Anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a what? Fantasy.
And besides...
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die. Out as though that's the natural order. Oh, new archetype? It looks handsome. Am I about to become handsome? Handsome style? Oppa handsome style? Ripped? Why am I ripped? Oh my god, I guess that's not me. My archetype got ripped. Okay. His Majesty. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the... Come on, Xbox. Get that out of here. Heroic embodiment of the prince.
Let's do it.
If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to come.
Let's fight.
That is my mission.
That's it.
Also, I'm sounding American again.
Let's fight. Let's do it.
Things are going okay. I'm ripped and I'm American.
I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over.
Your assigned duties may be over, but now you have the freedom, as do I, to do what we want. And what you want to do is be beside me, and that's beautiful.
But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you. Even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown.
Unknown.
I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
And it means all the more because of it, so I'm counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
I'm digging the silver hair.
Stick close to me, okay?
You know what? Shin Megami Tensei 5. It all comes back to that game all the time, doesn't it?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
So, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Started that game with blue hair, and then I evolved into something with silver hair. Here we are again, Metaphor ReFantazio. They want to tell you this is not Shin Megami Tensei. Absolutely not. I got blue hair, and then I turned into silver hair. I'm just saying, we got parallels.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This
Into a
man
snarl,
named
I like that.
Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about Luis. Well, I'm gonna be real with you. We gotta end the video here. It's an hour and a half in. I gotta go make a phone call here soon enough. It's a good little pausing place. I'm gonna go do that. We'll probably be back recording again here soon today. But I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you for hanging out. Next time, please, God, come back next time. Please, God, I want to face the truth about Luis together. We need to know. This floating woman with a cunty bob needs to tell us the truths, and she's willing to. So, thank you for hanging out. Okay.